Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Todd Randolph, he's a regular contributor here on The Price of Business, helping us keep track of what's happening out there in the healthcare front. He's with a company called USI.biz, and we're getting a lot of stories out there of doctors who are trying to, companies out there trying to cope, if you will, with the dramatic changes that have come with Obamacare. And we're kind of doing it on the front lines, and the stories continue. And tell us a little bit more about USI.biz, and then introduce your guest today, Todd.
Well, good morning, and thank you. USI is one of the premier brokerage firms in the country today. We're one of the largest privately held firms, kind of a multi-focus approach from property and casualty, employee benefits, and 401k. And where I focus my time and effort is employee benefits, helping groups understand all the different intricacies around healthcare, whether that be underwriting, wellness, healthcare reform, and being able to communicate to your employees. It's my job to build strategies around that for the long term to help employers control their cost.
Very good. And tell us about your guest today.
Today we have Vaughn Rachal on the show. He is a technologist with a company called Future Point of View. He's a speaker, he's a consultant, he's a writer on technology, and there's a lot of things that are going on with healthcare and with technology and with changes, and I asked Vaughn to come on and talk about some of those things, because as we get further into healthcare and healthcare reform, technology is going to be a big part of where things are going, and I want Vaughn to enlighten us on some of that today.
Yeah, welcome to the program, Vaughn. Kind of give us your elevator speech.
Thank you. My name is Vaughn Rachal. I'm with Future Point of View. We are a technology strategy firm, and we work with companies helping them get a feel for how technology is going to change things. And, you can see technology all around you changing things, the digital disruption that we're seeing all the time with people being connected through social technologies and what have you. We help businesses create strategies that will allow them to take advantage of this rather than fall victim to it.
Yeah, very good. Go ahead there, Todd.
Hey, Vaughn, and we've all seen this, but technology, it changes at such a rapid pace. How do you see it changing things over the next 5 to 10 years?
Good question, Todd. A lot has been happening. There's a lot of research out there. Folks may have heard of something called Moore's Law, about how technology doubles in speed and power and what have you every 2 years, every 18 months, something like that. What people don't understand a lot of times is that technology doesn't advance like most things do. As human beings, we think of linear advancements, like I went to first grade, then I go to second grade, then I go to third grade, and it's a slow progression as I grow. Technology grows exponentially. And so when you think about technology, if you look back over the last 100 years, all the different things that have happened in technology, from the assembly line to airplanes to cures for tuberculosis, penicillin, artificial heart, things like that. If you look at all the things that's happened over the last 100 years, in the next 25 years, we're going to see more innovation coming into our lives than has occurred over the last 100. So the speed at which technology is taking off is unbelievable, and the impact that it's going to have on human life is going to be just astronomical. Over the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to see some dramatic changes just with how people interact with each other. I really think that a lot of people are going to solve the health care problem more than Obamacare, but it's technology that's going to fuel that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're absolutely right. In fact, we're going to solve a lot of the healthcare problem in spite of Obamacare, not because of it.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Go ahead there, Todd.
Yeah, taking this from a technology perspective and focusing on healthcare, what impact do you think this is going to have on individual health or healthcare in general?
Well, first off, one of the things that we're noticing is that all these changes around technology has created something that we're calling the age of the connected customer. If you look at how things have changed in business, people connect with one another. They use social networks. It's changed how we communicate. It changes how people research things that they may want to buy. It changes how they make decisions in the first place. Whereas before, I used to contact a salesperson. A lot of times I'm connecting with other people to learn more. Those same changes that are happening in society around being connected and leveraging the crowd are also happening in the healthcare market, and it's causing a great deal of change. There's websites like, for example, Patients Like Me. Patients Like Me is a website that connects individuals that have certain conditions to other people that have conditions like themselves, so that they can use the collective knowledge to learn more about how they can help themselves. What are the questions I should be asking doctors when I go in? What are the tests that I should be expecting? There's going to be a lot more sharing of information that's going to change things that's driven by the patient. By the same token, Todd, there's a lot of things that are happening to connect doctors. There's websites like Doximity. And Doximity is, for the lack of a better word, it's kind of like the LinkedIn of doctors. And right now it's connecting about 30% of the doctors in the U.S. And what it allows doctors to do is share different things like diagnoses and how they handle things so that information can be spread much faster between doctors. The big problem is that a lot of times that what we see in the healthcare industry is that I might go to one doctor to get a test run for something that I'm experiencing. They refer me to a specialist or to another doctor, and that doctor then has to start running the same test. Well, electronic medical records are going to start making it easier for doctors to know what has this patient already gone through, so that information sharing can occur much easier and faster, which is going to really help drive down the cost of care. By the same token, doctors who can share information about prognoses and how they handle different things, it's going to raise the level of knowledge in our doctors with treating conditions more on the fly. And then technology is going to enable the ability for doctors to monitor patients better in remote areas without ever having to pull them into the office in order to check their blood pressure or look at their blood sugar. In fact, I saw an interesting thing on Shark Tank. There was a piece of technology that came out on cell phones that would allow a person to breathe in, and their blood sugar could be tracked and be transmitted to the doctor of their choice, all over their cell phone, them completely empowered. So that's what it's about, empowering people to make change.
Love it. All right, check that out. Check out Vaughn's site, fpov.com, fpov.com. Todd Randolph, he's here regularly. We're going to see more of him here in 2014. USI.biz, that's USI.biz. Todd Randolph, thanks for bringing the story to us. I think it's great.
Thank you. Good to be
All
here.
right. Good to have you. When we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook. Follow it on Twitter.